Hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's later in the day today, Wednesday for some of us. Happy Thursday for those of you on the other side of the date line. I had to jump back in here, guys. Um, Again, these graphs are so deceptive right now because there's still a lot of purging going on. We're still integrating energies. And it's really, really critical now. Where are we? Are we in the noodle or are we in the heart? And so my guides brought through a really cool image. And what it is kind of depicting how we use our light, how we direct our energy, how do we manifest quite literally. And it's so cool because it's in accordance too with exactly the activation that they're bringing forward for tomorrow's focus group. It is phenomenally powerful. And really, I know you hear us talk about the now moment, how everything is created in the now, right? And if you're thinking about the past or the future, fear, doubt, worry that you're making noodle soup, right? And so it's always, okay, how do I stay in the now? And so this is just it's just an amazing visualization that came in. And I worked diligently in Canva, which you guys know I love today, to bring these slides forward, which I'm going to share here shortly. So let me first I'm going to get into let's talk about the Schumann here. Hi, Maury. Yes, it's sunny where I am too. It is so sunny and beautiful. Um, Here we go. So, okay, this looks like you see these vertical lines. These are all spikes. And here you can see some in here. It looks like teeny bits of light, teeny bits of release, but really where the truth of what's going on is really on the chakra chart that I want to show. Before I get to the chakra chart, I do have some important announcements. So tomorrow, Thursday morning, for those of you who, if it's Wednesday for you, right? Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I have an amazing sound healer. His name is Bill Kale. He is joining me. We are going to do a live together in the community here. No registration necessary. You just show up with your smiling faces and your light. And we're gonna talk about sound healing. Bill is a master at what he does. And he is also a featured guest at the virtual retreat. So those who are joining the virtual Cabo retreat, it's going to conclude Saturday. All the healing's going to happen. All the quantum leaping is happening. Yes, you're going to get activations for a quantum leap at the retreat, and it's all going to be sealed in with an intentional sound healing by Bill himself. And you guys are going to receive that as a separate recording as part of the retreat. So absolutely so excited for everyone to experience that. As I said, he's a true master at what he does. He intuitively is guided with all of these amazing instruments. And the thing I love about sound healing is it bypasses the noodle. Noodle can't do anything. All it does is go, that sounds really beautiful. And that's all we want it to do. So please, if you're available tomorrow, join us tomorrow. We will be live at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Um, Awesome, awesome. And so let me peek. I think that was the only announcement. Oh, another reminder. Sorry. Friday, Friday at 12 noon for those of you who are participating in the virtual retreat, we are doing a pre-retreat activation and quick meeting that day. You will be getting an email about it, but I just wanted to put out a reminder. There's a pre-retreat activation that we're going to do together and then help everybody just kind of set an intention for the actual retreat day, which is Saturday the 15th. So ridiculously excited about it. You guys, the stuff that's coming through is phenomenal, and everything leading up to it is going to build towards it, including tomorrow's focus group. So let's jump in. I'm going to show you guys the chakra chart, and then I want to show you this creation that came in. Let's see, Janice, will there be a recording of the sound healing for? Yeah, you know what? I will work that out. I will work that out. Okay. Although yeah, I'll work that out because it is going to be a standalone piece. And Bill is going to be on here tomorrow, so maybe he'll have something special for you guys too. We don't know. I like, you know me, I feel for the energy and then we go from there. So, but I love that question. And so you guys are going to have direct access to him tomorrow morning, which will be amazing. Um, okay, let's peek at this chakra chart. And I'm so excited to share these, gosh, images and this wisdom that came in because it's stuff that I know in practice. Sometimes having a visual just helps, right? Because this needs something to be busy with so it doesn't get in the way of our magic. Okay, let's take a look here. So remember I said the other one it's deceivingly quiet. So let's look here. You can see, look at these purging happening. And remember these spikes that are like icicles. That is, right? That's going to the bottom of the barrel. What are you emotionally still holding on to? Is there something in your field that you know absolutely know is not in your best and highest good, but you're afraid to let it go and you're not letting it go? And look at these, you can see the random spikes like this can wreak havoc on your system if you're not aware of what's going on because there's a lot. Look at the upper chakras. Many still having stuff going on in the throat, teeth, gums, ears, eyes, ringing ears. All of this is just, it's right. It's poking out the stuff that's not good for you. And then see all of this energy. This is the upper chakras here. This is all integrating and upgrading. So it's like clearing out the mud and bringing in space, right? Because so as we purge, the universe loves a void. So we must fill it. And so it purges and then it's followed by filler. And then here you can see, look at the solar plexus. I mean, what? Right? Boom. And I know some of you have told me that there's been some anxiety in the field. Yes, this is why it was something that wasn't serving. You got the little roto rooter there. And then this is all you can see that it just is following with this is a more delicate integration now. And this, I can tell you, many, many, many in the collective have a fear of loss of control. It is absolutely not true. You're a powerful creator. And that was a false belief that many got in separation. And so as we move into higher levels of consciousness and greater awareness, you actually are calling back your power. We can only give it away. It's never lost, it's never stolen. You can only give it away. And so getting it back and really feeling and standing in your power and that I know who I am energy is what we're all leading up to. Here you can see this, woof, look at that spike around there in the that's going to be the sacral chakra again. So this is purging energy when you see it like that. And again, that can cause you to have different sensations in your field. Here, again, the root is getting the root chakra. These are all false identities, you know, lack programs, worthiness programs, all of those things are really getting a good judgy right now, as they have been. But the cool thing is, for many, you're starting to have more and more feeling of the new energies where you do feel some relief and it's getting it has to get better and better and better. Um, there's no doubt about that. Let me see someone saying, yeah, buzzing in the ears, higher tone. Yes, Maury. So that is all. So what's happening is your body is receiving a higher frequency than it's ever received before. And so the human ears are adjusting to receiving that light, just like the eyes are adjusting to receive more light. For those of you, and by the way, thank you to everybody who shared about the sun. Our eyes are being adjusted to receive more light. We are receiving more and more light. We are becoming a more of a light body. And so what the ringing in the ears, your physical body, literally integrating these higher frequency energies. And so it's all good. Yes, somebody said exhausted and fatigued. Oh, and yeah, and remembering stuff. Yeah, you're integrating and purging. And so I've been sleeping like a brick, like really, really I was so excited to go to pickleball this morning. Boop, slept past it. And it turned out it was because I was getting an activation, and which resulted in the beautiful Canva display that I'm about to share with you guys. And so they're like, you can play pickleball another day. I was like, okay. Although I was a little sad for a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if you're having any sensations in the body, practice referring to them as sensations. Practice referring to them as sensations because that keeps you in alignment then with your body's intelligence. And just say that, I know that this is happening for me. This is an upgrade in my system. And then if it's got you agitated, um, you want to acknowledge your feelings. So you can just say, I'm having sensations in my body and I acknowledge I'm not at peace right now. The moment you acknowledge you're not at peace with it, you are actually neutral then. You're not resisting. The resistance energy recreates it. So if you say, fill in the blank, my blank hurts, you're overriding now your body's intelligence to heal it. Your body's bringing you a message. All pain, sensations in the body that are prolonged is a message that your body is trying to tell you, right? And then when it's something with ascension, these are very temporary. So they come and go. And that's how you know it's very short-lived, but anything long-term and persistent is a message. This is a message that you just haven't gotten yet. That's all it is. But regardless of what it is, we don't want to turn against the body and just all you need to do is say, I acknowledge right now I'm not at peace. And when you do that, you are not in resistance, you're just at neutral. And that is putting you into your highest alignment where your body will automatically knows how to repair itself. So I hope that helps. Um, let's see. Yeah, there's lots of respiratory stuff too, Kristen. So, a lot of it is upgrade. We're purging toxins and things. It is in the quantum field, the stuff that is going on is like it's beyond what our human mind can comprehend. But a lot of people are having like throat respiratory stuff flowing through. So, hang in there with it. It will improve. It will improve. Okay, I want to get to my Canva creation. Here we go. So I'm going to go to the first one. And this is they're starting to teach us like, how do we direct our light? How you are creator within your creation. So they took me through this for how do your right. Everybody's heard the old your thoughts create things, right? Well, that was never enough information for me. I don't know about you guys. I was like, what? Okay. Because then the first thing you do is go, well, I wanted to create more of this, or I wanted to create a house, or I wanted to create a specific car. And I think about it, and where is it? Right? Because you're thinking about it in resistance. And so this is such a cool thing because this is going to show you how in our activations and meditations, I'm always guiding everybody to expand their field, right? The biggest part of you exists in non-physical. The who man's a teeny little part. So the who man is a teeny part. The biggest part of you, your power is in the non-physical. And so they gave me this cool example, and I'm going to go through these slides. And even if your noodle doesn't get this, that's okay. Because remember, everything's energetic. You will receive this information. It's going in whether your human accepts it or not. So it's always purposeful. The words mean nothing, they say to me. It's just the energy that's coming out, and you guys are receiving it. So, because you wouldn't have been drawn to this, you drew this information to you at this moment. So let's start here. So like they kept it super simple. Initial thought, I love apples. Okay. So now in this state that they're depicting here, this is where we go into the heart. We breathe in within the light. We've grounded into Gaia already, and we're sending our light beyond the room we're in. We send our light beyond beyond Gaia. We send our light to the central sun. Here's where we are. This is that space, right? This can also be called the quantum field, right? Where there's no time and space. So it's about alignment and expanding your light within, okay? Initial thought is, I love apples. So you can see here, it's not really a full apple. It's but the image of it, it's already formed because I've thought it, it came from my heart because I'm saying I love apples, right? So it's in its initial form. Now we'll go to the next slide, and these hopefully will connect for you guys. Okay, now we're going to add a piece to this. Now let's move. Let me move the melon. Here we go. There's the Who Man. You knew I had to put the Who Man in here because the Who Man's the one that resists this stuff. So now what I did here is they had me highlight initial thought, I love apples. All the stuff in green is the non-physical participation. Okay. Non-physical participation. So initial thought, I love apples. And there's that apple up there, right? It's within the particles of creation and it's starting to come into form. Next step, I'm expanding the light within again. Now, this is the fun part. You know how I'm always saying play, create, and have fun. What's in your heart when you're doing what you want to do, not the should or the have to or need to, right? Because that's the third dimension. So I've got this thought, I've expanded the light within next. Oh, I was invited to play tennis and I love tennis. There's a little tennis racket. You know, I love me some Canva, guys. So now my light is expanded. I'm still connected. I'm in alignment. And now I've got an invitation to play tennis. Now I have choice. This is the key slide here, guys. Now I have a choice, right? So we're going to get, here we go. Choice A. This is our 5D choice. I accept the invitation and go play tennis, right? Choice B. I would go, but I have to blah, blah, blah. I've got my to-do list. This stuff I have to do, I should do, or this one, let's take a shot at our worthiness. I haven't played in a while, so I'm not going to do well. So I'm going to get some practice before I go again. Or, oh, I don't know, the weather might not be great. Oh, it's too far. La, 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 la. 3D, 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 right? Now, if you've gone here, this guy's farther away. He's farther away. If you've gone here, he's in alignment. Okay, so just play along here. So we had the initial thought, I love apples. I'm expanding the light within, which we really want to be doing on a daily basis. You always want your light expanded. That's how you stay in alignment in the fifth dimension. Then, which essentially means feeling. I was invited to play tennis and I love tennis. I love tennis is also in the non-physical realm because it's in your heart and it expands right out to this part, right? So now we have a choice. This invitation came in. This is now your guides dropped that in. Your guides put together people, places, and situations to support something you wanted to create. And how they give it to you is by, oh, you're doing something you love. If you choose here again, you derailed from this guy right now, okay? You keep going. I know, just hang with me. We're going to land the plane. Now we had the choice. Now we go here. Let me see. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, just want to make sure. So now we chose the 5D experience. We went and played tennis. And I mind you guys, this is a rough way of how it comes in. Hang on. I got to move completely out of the way for this slide. Okay. So here you can see your tennis buddy says, I was at the farmer's market when I texted you to meet me for tennis, and these apples looked so good that I brought you one. Now, this is a bare bones example, but this is how your guides, they kind of, you want to say, trick you into, when you follow what's in your heart, you get the next breadcrumb toward your manifestation. And you can see here that they wanted me to show this energetic connection that the particles of creation must come into form when you're in alignment. It's only all that's required is alignment. There was no notice, there was no going and getting. The Who man just had to make a decision. Okay, this is something I want to do. And this is how we begin to live in the fifth dimension. Really feeling it's everything is about we feel, we go messy, and then you course correct. So this is why perfectionism doesn't serve you. Logic doesn't serve you. Logic is a surface linear thing that is the struggle bus. That is, you're more than welcome to choose it, but it's the third dimension still. And so when you're indulging your heart, the manifestations must come into form in your field. We have to let go of the how and the when, right? This person didn't know, was not expecting to get the apple they were dreaming about while they were playing tennis, right? But they stayed in alignment. Let me see. Somebody wrote, it's not how many seeds are in an apple, but how many future apples are in a seed? Okay. Well, what you're essentially describing there is abundance. There is no shortage, right? Abundance abounds, and it's however many, right? I always say this or something better. Um, when you say like, I love apples, so that or something better. Because as you say, okay, now let's say, oh my gosh, I was thinking about apples. I love apples. And here my friend brought me an apple today. I couldn't be any happier than I am right now. Guess what your guides are doing? Oh, let's make her happier. Let's throw something else in. This is how we do what's called expanding the moment. And so that's a little teaser for exactly what we're doing in focus group tomorrow. We are going to energetically, as a group in that capsule, right, in our container, we are going to expand the moment, expand the light within. One way you can expand the moment is like, for example, when I'm cooking, I love to put on music. And what I'm doing is I'm compounding different things I love. I love cooking. I love the music. And so I'm expanding that moment. Now, could I just go with whatever noise is going on in the background and just kind of go through the task? Or am I really putting my heart into what I'm doing? Because when you do, you're being authentic. You are expressing something in your heart that you love doing. And also recognize when it's not in your heart to do something. And are you saying no? Are you saying no? Oh, I'm going to feel bad. Oh, anything that makes you feel bad or guilty or shameful, third dimension. Now, that whatever that is, whatever this is, that's the apple, whatever it is, it's gone farther away because now you're not in alignment. But then when you come back to the heart space, boom, the alignment is there and it must come into form. Um, Let's see what else, any other questions in here? But so anyway, tomorrow's focus group, we are going to do an activation, and it's going to cover really all areas of the life and how we can tune in, and we're going to really, really learn how to focus ourselves deeply, deeply in the now moment. Because as you do that, that's what expands your light, and where you're in the field of creation, it's the quantum field. And Ursula will be with me tomorrow again, and she's going to be healing whatever comes up. So say, for example, right? What's a common thing the noodle would say? Oh, I want an apple, but they're not in season. So that part that comes up, she'll be able to grab that dense energy and heal it in the quantum field. So yeah, I told you we're going beyond the noodle. We are jumping ahead, gang. We must go forward. The healing stuff is all being completed. And if you're in resistance to it, it's just a little bit slower. That's all. But you can't mess this up. No one's left behind. And remember, if you are worried or concerned about somebody that you know that's having a very deep third dimension experience, they're on their own journey and it's not your energetic business. And my guides posed this recently, and I love this question. What if the 5D version of them is already there, focused on waiting for you to get there? Because as you perceive anyone is how they're going to be reflected back to you. And I have seen this in my own creation where I'll have someone say, I don't like so and so, they're a pain in the ass, la la la. And then I'm like, really? I had a great time with them. And this is true. This has been true the whole time, but now we're aware of it. And so it's how this is why I choose to see the love and perfection in all of you. And this is, and let me tell you, this is how I receive all of you. And this is why it's such a joy to be here and interacting in this community. And it was such a joy to create this community. And it gets reflected back to me in the most beautiful way imaginable. And so it's this is so purposeful, and it's going to be so helpful for everybody moving forward. And do not get discouraged with yourself, no matter where you are. If there's stuff going on that you're saying, oh, this feels like a 3D experience, you can literally get yourself into alignment and into the now moment so quickly and so easily, and step into your power. And so that's going to be tomorrow's focus group, and it's going to be so great because we're compounding it with a healing for everybody. Just ecstatic about that. Okay, let's see. I think you guys are chatting. We're good. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for jumping in here. I tried to post earlier, and it's interesting. I feel like we've been jumping timelines too, like crazy, because um there's a lot of like Mandela effect stuff too, by the way. This is a funny one I'll share with you. A couple of days ago, I went to the store, and I shop intuitively, and I was pushing my cart, and I did remember that I was out of blueberries, and I use frozen blueberries in my smoothies. And I was like, oh, they're in stock today. So I grabbed a bag, put it in my cart. Well, this morning, and I knew I was out of them. This morning when I opened my freezer, there's 3 bags of 3 bags of frozen. So I'm like, oh, apparently my body is wanting a lot of blueberries, and they're like huge bags. And I just laughed because I don't even question it anymore. I'm like, okay, there it is. And so these Mandela effects, where something could be missing one day and then back the next where you thought it was, but also it's causing a lot of hiccups in technology too. And just know, right? It's usually timeline jumps when you see stuff kind of, short circuiting, so to speak. That's very normal. Don't get frustrated with it. I just, like, I wasn't like, why do I have extra blueberries? I'm like, yay. I'm going to go enjoy them. So, all right, good to see all of you here. And if you haven't registered yet for focus group tomorrow, it is completely free. It's always free. Just show up with your light. You can just be there. Some of you participate. You can be active in it, but you're active the second you show up. You can be with your camera off and just chill out and receive all the love, and bring your beautiful energy there. So there is a space. I think they call it posts now. It used to be community section. They took that word out. Kind of weird, but now it's posts. There and the To register, you do need to register for the Zoom link. And then you just enter your email, and then you'll get the link for the Zoom. That is tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, oh, I love it. Thank you for the blueberries, you guys. I love it. So, all right, have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. I love you guys so, so much. And I'll see many of you tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. with Bill Kale, Sound Healer, 10 a.m. Pacific, and then noon, boom, we're going to have a busy energy day.